Oh yeah. Somebody could tell me if this sounds okay out there. There's a little sound check on Earth Day. Earth Day. Oh yeah. How does it sound? Does anybody know anything about anything? God, I can't get that iMovie to quit. It's odd. Sounds good to me. Georgianne's already in there. Thanks a lot, Georgianne. Yeah, we're getting ready. We'll be there at about 7 o'clock. Don't go away.
The number you have dialed is not in service at this time.
Just a few more adjustments. I wonder what this does. No matter where you go, you're always in reality. It's the ebb of the flow, the thick of the thin reality. Kick back, relax, you're among friends in reality. We want you to know you're a part of the show in reality. So ladies and gentlemen, for your edification, it's Reality Ranch, our presentation. No matter where you go, you're always in reality. Oh yeah, it's the ebb of the flow, the thick of the thin. Hi folks, this is Bob Livingston. Welcome to my live stream on Earth Day, April 22nd, 2021. Right, 2021. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you can call all your friends, tell them, make sure that everything sounds okay. I'm going to be doing a little sound check here and just sort of making sure that everything is groovy. Okay. Loud and clear, Bob Livingston. Thank you very much, Brittany. Well, that's all good. So I'm going to be doing some songs for you here, and then I'll be doing a little Earth Day special. Got a video for you, maybe two, and that'll be later on in the show. Iris is going to make a special appearance tonight, so stick around for that. There she is. You want to make an appearance now? Come on in, Iris. This is my wife, Iris Livingston from Austin, Texas. How are you doing?
Hi there.
Hi there. Do you want to introduce me?
Oh, welcome to Earth Day with Bob Livingston.
There we go. All right.
The incomparable Bob.
That's right, the incomparable Bob.
Cosmic Bob.
The cosmic Bob. That's what I like about it. You're the one that gave me that name, you know. Oh yeah. You don't think so? We're going to have a lot of fun tonight, so stick around. I'm going to do this for all you original spirits out there and just kind of get... This is, I was going to start with something else, but it just popped into my mind that this always helps me get into the mojo of the situation because it has a groove, you know. She lives down south where the river's age goes back to the original spirit, and the India ink is flowing over the page down to the original spirit, where the rhythm of life is still young as she is one spirits. And every morning she walks out to the sacred ground where the ancient music is playing on Earth Day. She begins to sing as the rain falls down, like 1,000 voices will pray. Earth Day spirit, I just need to know it. Where my aim is true, and I ride that royal road. Yes, I know the truth. Well, I know it when I hear it, and it's original spirit. So take me down south where the river's age goes back to the original spirit, and the India ink is flowing over the page down to the original spirit, and the rhythm of life still young here in Austin, Texas tonight, and we all at one with the original spirit. Original spirit. Okay, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I hope I'm on. Everything looking good. Looks like it. All right, I hear you. Okay, good. Now, you have to worry about these things. Like if you walk on a stage, you don't have to say, can you, because there's somebody out there telling you whether you can kind of hear yourself. But in this case, it's going through all kinds of wires and roaming around, and then you don't know if it's really on or not. And that's just what I've discovered about all this. And so you got to keep checking. So I'll do a song called A Few Things Right. And I wrote it with John Hadley. And John is a great guy, songwriter from Norman, Oklahoma. And he and I have written several songs together. Wrote Ruby Shoes together. This is the idea of, maybe even able to kind of run yourself by that just one more time. So that's what I'd like to do on Earth Day today. Just run myself by that one more time. You're the only one. I'd like to get just a few things right this time around. I know what went wrong last time and how it all went down. My mistakes are in the past, and now I know how to make a good thing last. It's true, woo, babe. Nothing can go wrong, darling, just as long as I'm with you. And everything is different than it used to be because of you. I always used to say I didn't like to dance, but now I do. You got me acting like a man insane, driving 90 miles an hour in the monsoon rain to get back to you. Now, knocking on your door, I'm not lonesome anymore when I'm with you. I know it hadn't come easy, but after all is said and done, it's just bygone water underneath the bridge, 'cause you're the only one. You're the only one. Let's play it. Yeah, you're gonna see a change in me this time around. I'll be more easy going like the Colorado flowing, Austin bound. Change is good, it'll make us last, and all our mistakes are in the past. We're free, baby, free. Knocking on your door, I'm not lonesome anymore when you're with me. When I'm knocking on your door, you're not lonesome anymore when I'm with you. Oh yeah. You're the only one. Oh, that's all true, you know. Well, so we're doing good. We're hanging in there. I hope you're having a happy pandemic. There's been a lot of stuff go on this year. It's kind of winding down. I'm hoping it's winding down. And I do want to point out that I got a couple of live gigs, live shows coming up in May. And one of them is on the 16th of May, and it's in near Fort Worth, in this little town called Aledo. And there's a real cool kind of a house concert / venue there called the Remedy Room. I couldn't tell you really how to get there, but you'll be able to check on my Facebook later tonight and see how you get tickets and all that kind of stuff. It's socially distanced. It's outside in a patio. It's gorgeous. And so I hope you show up. All of you out there, let's sell that thing out. And the other one, I'm playing a Lost Austin band. I'm in this great group called the Lost Austin Band, and we're going to be playing on the 29th at a place called Dreamland. Do you know what I'm talking about? Dreamland? Loud and clear, everybody says. Okay. So sounds good to me. We're loud and clear. We're hanging in there. We're going to keep on going. I don't know if Bill Hearn is out there yet, but I want to do a song for him. It's called On a Dream with You. And Bill is a great friend of mine, Michael Hearn's uncle, the barn dance Michael Hearn. And of course, Michael's great. These are just a great musical family. And I love the whole family, love everything about them. And so this is going to be, wait a minute, just a second. I'm going to walk out of the frame for just a minute. There was a light in my eye I had to get rid of, and then I unplugged, so here we go. Ahoo! Bill Hearn recorded this song, and so did Walt and Tina Wilkins. They cut it on an album, and it's called On a Dream with You. I want to remind you out there that we do have we're playing for tips tonight. We don't usually do that, but we're playing for tips. Been playing for tips all year long, you know. So I hope you'll go to that PayPal or that Venmo or Cash App, something like that. Anything you could throw my way would be really great. The love that you give is love you never lose. It comes back to you in dreams that come true. On a dream with you. Life is simple and moving slow, like holding hands to the radio. And there's no other place we want to go. On a dream with you. We're in love and holding tight. Now there is nothing we need sacrifice. After all these lonesome nights. On a dream with you. In a villa in New Mexico, wearing your boots with your evening clothes, and the band is playing Zydeco. On a dream with you, sunset comes and we fade away. away in the refuge between night and day. I'll dream with you. Let's play, boys. On a dream with you. All you have to do is touch my hand to rescue me from the sinking sand. And there's nobody else that understands me. On a dream with you. Indian ponies and western skies, wildflowers and coyote cries are all in the magic of your brown eyes. On a dream with you. You're a cowgirl in a rodeo, riding bareback, chasing down rainbows. And I'm the cowboy that you want to know, baby. On a dream with you. Sunset comes and we fade away in the refuge between night and day. I'll dream with you. Yes, I will. And the love that you give is love you never lose. It comes back to you in dreams that come true. I'll dream with you. I'll dream with you. Yeah, yeah. I'll dream with you, baby. Thank you, Flacco. Thanks for coming by. You hang around, have a beer, and you'll be back later. And so I'm going to go ahead and maybe do an Earth Day song for you. And let's see if we're doing all right. Everything is good. Happy Earth Day. All right. I'm not going to read these things yet. I'll sit down and commiserate with you in my office later. But I'm going to do a different one. Okay, so my good friend John Inman, he was a lead guitar player for the Los Gonzo Band and played with Jerry Jeff, Delbert McClinton, Omar and the Howlers. I mean, just a killer player in every regard. And he's also a really fine songwriter. And way back in the day, the Gonzo Band recorded this song. And let's see how we're going to do this. And it's an Earth Day song. It's about the wind and getting yourself right. If you listen, I'll tell my tale about how darkness turns back to pale. And if you like, then sit you down and I'll tell you how it all goes round. When the wind smiles, it turns a wheel, and turn it governs the way you feel. We are not beggars on the boat, but each are captains trying to stay afloat. when the sundown strikes the sky, the wheel then turns round and round for you and I. And when the sea waves strike the sand, the wheel then turns round, sends it back again. When the wind smiles, it turns a wheel, in turn it governs the way you feel. We are not beggars upon the boat, but each are captains trying to stay afloat. Now that you've listened to my song, it says the wheel is where we all belong. And if you like, then bid me leave. And as the wind turns, you may yet believe. When the wind smiles, it turns a wheel, in turn it governs the way you feel. We are not beggars upon the boat, no, but each are captains trying to stay afloat. But each are captains trying to stay afloat. Let's paddle for a while. Really nice song by John Inman. And speaking of that wind thing, that was wind turbines that are going along, and there's a lot of them out in Lubbock. I don't know if you've ever been on that road. You drive on out through Sweetwater. When you get to Sweetwater on 20, and you get on 84, and you'll start running into all this thousands of wind turbines. It's beautiful. A lot of electricity going on. So I'll do a song by Joe Ely about that. Not really about that, but it's about something for sure. And so a quick story on this one. Way back, we called him Joey. He was from Lubbock, Texas. Joey Ely. That's where I first met him and knew him for a long time. Called him Joey. I think some people still call him Joey, maybe his family. And his manager, this guy, gave me a tape of all these demos. And we were on MCA Records, the Los Gonzo Band. And a guy named Jack Parker was head of country music of MCA, and they were in Austin. And Jack called me up and said, "Man, come on down. We're having a conference out here, and I'd love to see you." So went over there and hung out with him, and he said, "You know, I can hire a new band, a new act. I can hire 3, actually. I want one of them from Texas. And do you have any ideas?" And I remembered that tape, and I went up and gave him that tape up in his hotel room with all these other suits, and they were sitting around, and this song, West Texas Wind, came on, and Lloyd Maines, the steel player, he's playing this incredible steel lead, and it was just, and it moved me, and I'm grabbing my heart strings, and I'm pulling them out saying, have you ever heard anything so beautiful? And those guys said, we haven't. You're right. And they flew to Lubbock the next day to the Cotton Club where Joey was playing. They signed him on the spot. And this is the song that kind of did it for him. Imagine Lloyd Maines playing. Do you know why the trees bend at the West Texas border? Do you know just why they bend and sway and twine? The trees bend because of the wind across that lonesome border. The trees bend because of the wind almost all the time. Have you seen my Carolyn up in Amarillo? Have you seen my Carolyn, the one I call mine? Well, if you see my Carolyn with her hair of yellow, if you see my Carolyn, tell her I'm doing fine. She is to me like the breeze that blows from Corpus Christi. She is to me like the breeze that blows up from the sea. Now if she is like the breeze that blows from Corpus Christi, then I must be like the trees, 'cause Carolyn blows through me. You know why the trees bend at the West Texas border? Do you know just why they bend and sway and twine? The trees bend because of the wind across that lonesome border. The trees bend because of the wind almost all the time. Yes, the trees bend because of the wind almost all the time. I wonder what they do all the other times. If it's almost all the time, why do they bend the other time? That small, insignificant percentage that they're bending, maybe it's supernatural. There was a lot of aliens, the Lubbock Lights and everything. I showed a video a couple of months ago about the Lubbock Lights, and I saw them. I saw flying saucers in Lubbock. It was amazing. And I saw them. I was a kid, but by God, there one was just right over me. And there's a movie out called The Lubbock Lights. And it has a little bit about that, but it's mainly about the characters that lived in Lubbock, the Flatlanders, Joe, Butch, Jimmy Dale, Terry Allen, what's that guy's name? He's a wild man. The legendary Stardust Cowboys on Johnny Carson's show. We had a lot of people that from Lubbock that were just out there, and I remember that his name was Norman Odom, and he used to go down to the Hidey Ho there out on the Brownfield Highway, and he would play "Paralyzed, I'm Paralyzed" while we were eating our tater tots. But this movie, Lubbock Lights, by Amy Manor, she's the one that did it. I don't know if you know her. And it's a cool movie. I make a guest appearance in it. Tell how when I first met Joe Ely, he was naked. That was my story. But one of the things is they all got around. And why did so many musicians come out of Lubbock? What's the deal? And it was decided there and then that it was aliens. There's only one answer, and there were aliens, and Terry Allen said they just grew right up in the cotton fields, these aliens. They'd been in spores there for centuries and centuries, and all of a sudden they just showed up. So, folks, come on over to my office, and I'm going to sit down here now and see if I can commiserate with you a little bit. All right, there we are. I'll just sit right down. Can you hear me okay? Everything good? All right, I'm going to kind of look at your Facebook. We got 2 Facebooks running. We got Susan Herndon out there wants to hear You Got My Goat, and I'll just do that next, Susan, if you'll stick around. Now, Susan is a songwriter from Okemah, Oklahoma, where Woody Guthrie's from. And so she and I have written several songs, and that's one of them. Mike Luster says it sounds ethereal. Well, that's cool. Aaron Tolley says bring it on. Glad to see you out there, Aaron. Kelly Karasik, sounds great, Bob. Walking my treadmill to your tunes tonight. Well, I should probably be doing the same thing. James Nunn is out there. Good evening. Glad to see you. Tim Smeal, Mark Nunn. I'm just so glad that you came out. Thank you so much. Kurt Zeitler is out there. And of course, Olive, Georgianne Olive. She's my friend. She's in the movies, and so if you need to be in the movies, you call her up, and she gets you in there, basically. John Stanton, Sandy McGonigal, thank you for tuning in. It says it sounds good. Karen Ford, happy Earth Day, Bob. Lynn Capri and I are listening. Okay, so Karen Ford, she's cool. She and Lynn Capri used to be running buddies with Karen Brooks, Gary Nunn's ex-wife, and they were wild as billy goats, and they used to run all over Austin, especially when we would leave town. They were out on the highways and byways of Austin, but they're great people. And Karen has a wonderful advertising agency for environmental stuff. You know, it's called White Hat Creative, and every once in a while I get something going on, and I got a chance to play a commercial, do a commercial for her. It's a public service announcement. I'll go ahead and play it right now for you. And they sent me some lyrics, and I put a tune together and recorded it and sent it over to my partner, Bradley Kopp, and he put a little guitar in it, mixed it on up. It's on the radio all over South Texas right now. So this is just, it's all about a yellow bag and putting litter in and cleaning up the beaches and stuff. And I'll show you a real quick one, okay? Are you ready? All right. Hey friends, I got something to say about a little yellow bag that takes the litter away. Grab a free yellow bag, cause it's up to you and to me. From the headwater streams to the coastal waters, use a yellow bag, do what you oughter. Cause a clean beach is in your hands. Yeah, use a yellow bag, it's up to you. This message is from the Coastal Bend Bays and Estuaries Program and the Nueces River Authority. Yeah, hey friends, I got something to say about a little yellow bag, take the litter away. Cry creep, anyway, it goes too fast, 30 seconds. It's like you got a lot of information in there in 30 seconds. Okay, so Karen, thank you for tuning in. Bill Lewis is out there, sounding mighty fine in San Antonio. Bill and Amy, good to see you. Bill's a great songwriter. Bill Lewis, you got to check old Bill out. And of course, Randy Palmer's out here tonight. from Amarillo. Thanks a lot, Andy, for tuning in. Ann Wright, hello, Bob. Sounded good. George Ann still says it sounds good. Bill Lewis says, I've been of the opinion for a long time that Because of the Wind may be the finest West Texas song ever written, and you're right. That's steel. If you have a chance to listen to it on the Joe Ely record, it's pretty amazing. It sold the song. Casey Jones, can you point us the info on the Dreamland again? I don't really know anything about it, but you can call old Ernie Gamage. He'd love to hear from you right now. Ernie knows all about it, Ernie and Craig Hillis. But it's an outdoor venue here in Austin. It's supposed to be really cool. We're playing the 29th of May. Donnie Price. Hee-hoo! Donnie Price, what a guy. Bass player for Augie Meyer and a lot of people. He has the great bass. Did you sell that bass already, Donnie? He had the coolest old-timey Fender bass. It's kind of like one of the ones I have here, but his is a jazz bass, I believe. And unfortunately, I think he sold it. All right, we're getting ready to go back up. Let's just go on up to here to the grandstand again. And I'll go ahead and play that song for Susan Herndon. I don't know if she's still here, but I'm going to play it for her. It's called You Got My Goat, You Might As Well Take My Dog. And the way I tell the story is, see, she's very teasable. And I knew I got her. You know, we were writing a song, and I didn't like what she was coming up with. And so I'd said something, and I was just teasing her. But I could tell that she didn't like it. And I said, I got your goat. She said, yeah, you might as well take my dog. So that's the first line. Yeah, she got my goat. You might as well take my dog. You got me out on a limb, sleeping in your hollow log. You know that you need me, you don't want to be alone. Why won't you feed me instead of throwing me a bone? You got my goat, you might as well take my dog. Now my dog is good, he's been living on the roof. You say that you love him, but he really needs some proof. You can bide your time, you can start today, pick up all the pieces or throw it all away. Cause a dog needs affection like I needed your love. So give me some direction, cause all I can think of is you got my goat, you might as well take my dog. He's a good old hound, he even writes my daily blog. Pretty good too. He's a lot like you, he's funny and he's smart, but he ripped up my bushes like you tore out my heart, and vice versa. You got my goat, you might as well take my dog. You might as well take my dog. It's a sing-along too, that's your part. Yes, you got my goat, you might as well take my dog. One more time, I can't hear you. Yeah, you got my goat. That's better. Listen to me. The times are changing and they're moving away fast. You can burn up your dreams, they were never meant to last. There's a light at the end of a very long tunnel. I feel like I've been looking through the wrong end of your funnel. I wonder if you heard me or got my reasons right. This whole thing hit me in the middle of the night. That you got my goat, you might as well take my dog. Yeah. He writes teenage lyrics for my publishing catalog. Had a couple of hits too. I'm moving far from you where there's no one else around. Out of the city back to a one-horse town. And you got my goat, you might as well take my dog. I can't hear you. You got my goat, you might as well take my dog. Two more times. You got my goat, you might as well take my dog. Big ending. Yeah, you got my goat, you might as well take my dog. Yeah. It's a true story. You know, I love to go and play these house concerts all over the country, and I got some of them coming up. And that one in Aledo on the 16th, you should try to get out there and see that. Go out somewhere, and it's outside too. So I'll do a song for all the house concert hosts. I love you wherever you are. Call me up. I'm ready to come and play for you. It's been so strange. It's like for a year. My last gig, live show, was Friday the 13th of March, 2020. Last one. I was in Fayetteville, Arkansas, and I played this house concert. And I'd driven in the day before because I like to wake up in the city I'm going to play in. And we watched the world close up literally all that day and the day before. But it got to where there was nothing happening in Fayetteville. So they said, well, let's go ahead and have the house concert. And so we had a good crowd, and people came for the last show. And there was nothing else going on. And next day I drove back to Austin, and it was just a kind of a strange feeling. And I drove straight to Straight Music Company, straight to Straight. And it was the last day that they were open, and before they closed down for a while. And I went in there and I got this, I got an interface that I could plug in. I thought, okay, this is it. And so I learned how to do these live streams just kind of on the spot, and that's what I've been doing. And thanks for tuning in. Let me just make sure that everything is good. I've got a watch here. Yeah, we're doing good. All right. So this is called On a Dream. No, it's called Can't Get Enough of It. And this is, send this out to Becky Crouch if she's out there tonight. Becky Patterson Crouch. There. At least I know the end's in sight. Opportunities knocking everywhere, everywhere. I'm out of the tunnel and into the night. Oh, beautiful sunrise up ahead. A million colors to the dawn. Planets in position, underlined in red. Auspicious beginnings roll us along. Oh, and I can't eat enough of it. Can't get enough of it, no. I can't get enough of it, but you know what? I want to go home. I've been a gypsy way too long, Karen Ford. I haven't unpacked in 48 years at least. And Ramblin' Jack, he showed me the way to the song. It's full of beauty, adventure, and tears. Oh, the kindness of strangers and good friends. They put me up 10,000 nights at least. Anyway, my road is up ahead, just before the dead end. Here comes. It's the green gate with the Christmas lights. Oh, and I can't get enough of it. I can't get enough of it, no. I can't get enough of it, but I want to go home. answered, never asked. Indian summers never last, never last. It all happened oh so fast. And isn't it strange how the die was cast? And I'm feeling like I'm almost there. I won't miss the turn this time, you'll see. The magic of the mission up the flatland stairs, flatland stairs. I feel like I made it to the head of the line. Oh, beautiful woman, and children. Oh, they're waiting there for me. A house full of family and very best friends and cousins, dogs and cats. Am I only dreaming? Am I only dreaming? This mystery. I hope I don't wake up before the end. Oh, and I couldn't get enough of it. I couldn't get enough of it, no. And I still can't get enough of it, but I want to go home. Of it, no. And that's on a record. Did you hear me mention the Flatland Stairs? This has happened to be this album here. It's called Up the Flatland Stairs. It's kind of a cryptic tale, the whole thing. If you want to check it out on my website, BobLivingstonMusic.com. We got a nice package here. I'm not going to open it up because this the last one I got's for sale. And when you get down to the last few, the price starts going up, so you better hurry up and get it. And nice painting on the back, and I don't know if you can notice anything about this, but check it out. I happen to have that painting on the wall by William Matthews. Bill Matthews. Check out William Matthews' gallery out there, folks, for all you watercolor fanatics. He's probably the best watercolor painter in the country. James Taylor owns his paintings. A lot of people. All right, we're going to try something here. And a great friend of mine is Bill Oliver. And Bill, he's an environmental troubadour. And he writes great songs. If you have any kind of song, I mean, you see any kind of endangered species or a horny toad or something, he's going to write a song about it. And he wrote this song that's a kind of an anthem for Barton Springs. It's called Barton Springs Eternal. I've played on it a million times, but and I may stop and accentuate some of the lyrics because it's a wonderful song. Bill Oliver, I hope you're out there tonight. I think he had a gig tonight, but I told him I was going to do his song and give him a shout out. Austin is a summer city and Barton Springs eternal. Winter's short and the springs are plenty. Barton Springs eternal. And when it's warm, where do we go to take off almost all our clothes? The cleanest swimming hole is Barton Springs eternal. It may be dry on Barton Creek, Barton Springs eternal. may not have rained in many weeks. Barton Springs eternal. Well, if it's warm or if it's freeze, it's always 68 degrees in a world of uncertainties. Barton Springs eternal. It's an Earth Day song. Salamanders living there. Barton Springs eternal. They're not big there. Wait a minute here. Salamanders living there since Barton Springs eternal. They're not too big, there's room to share. Barton Springs eternal. Sign of the times that things are fine. The canary in our gold mine, canary in our gold mine, will rue the day when we don't find Barton Springs eternal, Bill. This is the part that I sang on the record. Indians, they used to come, Barton Springs eternal. Feel the chill, feel the sun, Barton Springs eternal. And when they filled their water sacks, to them it was a sacred act. What would they say if they came back? Barton Springs eternal. Let's go paddling up the creek to Barton Springs eternal, to the splash exhibit and take a peek at Barton Springs eternal. Yeah, we'll take a swim, we'll take a walk, we'll listen to the water talk. It's a story of time at Philosopher's Rock. Barton Springs eternal. Why do people worry so about Barton Springs eternal? And holler out, look out below at Barton Springs eternal. There's a little twist on down and up when your aquifer is an aqueduct. It's a story time, and what goes down then comes up. Barton Springs eternal. How many times we read and weep. Barton Springs eternal. We watch development as it creeps, Karen. Barton Springs eternal. This piecemeal progress and grand demise, mauled and golfed and condoized. We don't want no consolation prize. We want Barton Springs eternal. Barton Springs eternal. Barton Springs eternal. Barton Springs eternal. That's true. It's Barton Springs eternal. I'm going to go back to my office. Come on over here with me, because I want to play a video, and this is a song that I did for their Earth Day. Bill, of course, he's involved with every kind of situation you can think of with all these environmental causes, and the Sierra Club, and does a lot of shows. And so he put together a show and wanted some Earth Day messages. And this is something I kind of put together, and it's, let me see if I can find it right here. And so it's a video I made right here, but I kind of put two songs together, and you'll hear it. I don't want to break it on you. I hope you like it. We'll be back real quick. Thanks a lot. Don't go away. There's stuff coming up. Hi folks, this is Bob Livingston. I want to thank Bill Oliver for having me come out to Mother Earth Day today, where we're celebrating Barton Springs and Barton Creek. You know, I've been coming to Barton Springs since I was your age, and it always makes me want to sing. All day I've faced the barren waste without the taste of water, cool water. Old Dan and I, our throats burn dry with souls that cry for water, cool, clear water. And you may find yourself living in a shotgun shack. And you may find yourself in another part of the world. And you may find yourself behind the wheel of a sleek electric automobile. And you may find yourself on the way to Barton Springs in that sleek electric black automobile. And you may ask yourself, well, how did I get here? Letting the days go by, let the water hold me down. Letting the days go by, water flowing underground. Into the blue-green again, down in Barton Springs. Once in a lifetime, water flowing underground. And you may ask yourself, well, how old is Barton Springs anyway? And you may ask yourself, where does the water come from? And you may tell yourself, Indians, they used to come, and salamanders too. And they still do. And you may sing it all to the world. Barton Springs eternal, Barton Springs eternal. Letting the days go by, let the water hold me down. Let the days go by, water flowing underground. Into the blue again, into the silent water. Under the rocks and stones, water flowing underground. Oh, Dan, can't you see that big green tree where the water's running free and it's waiting there for you and me? Water, cool, clear water. Letting the days go by, let the water hold me down. Letting the days go by, water flowing underground. Into the blue again, down at Barton Springs. Once in a lifetime, water flowing underground. Same as it ever was, 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 in the cool, clear water. Thank you so much. I know that we can say the same as it ever was with Barton Springs because it's always been here and it's always going to be here. So thank you very much. Have a great Mother Earth Day. Okay, I hope you liked that. It was a lot of fun to make and put that song together. I was going to do it live, but I figured, I'll just play the video that they played. So I'm going to do the song that Gary Nunn and I wrote. I'll send this out to Karen and Lynn Capri because they know Gary. Gary Nunn was our dearest friend and still is. And I bet he would like to see you, Karen, sometime. So you ought to give him a call. He's doing really good, planning some shows together. We're having a big announcement coming up pretty soon. I'm not going to tell you anything about it now because it's not a done deal, but it's going to be cool when it happens. I want to tell you that. So Gary and I used to play with Michael Murphy and Jerry Jeff, and we'd be on the road with those guys. And we're on the road with Jerry Jeff and made it as far as Santa Fe, New Mexico on this one tour. And I'm hearing all kinds of things happening in the next room. Who knows what's going on? So I feel that probably somewhere around, I can't remember, it must have been so Gary was still with us. It's got to be in the 70s. And we played this place called the Line Camp in Santa Fe. Wonderful roadhouse. And then went on over to the La Fonda there in Santa Fe to hang out. And there just happened to be some movie stars in the room. Dennis Hopper and Jessica Lange. She was drinking this long neck, Jessica Lange, drinking these long neck beers and dancing with every guy in the place. Sweat was just kind of anyway, it was stunning. And after a little while, I noticed there was a guy leaning against the bar, and he looked familiar. I thought he was an actor, And I got a chance to talk to Sam Shepard, who was also there, and ask him who he was. He says, no, it's no actor, man, but he is famous. He's a poet. His name is Richard Brautigan. Does any of you remember Richard Brautigan? Richard Brautigan, trout fishing in America, watermelon sugar. There were some people that know some of his poetry. I know one. The reason I would do one of his poems at this point is because he is going to make a guest appearance in the next song. So you need to know what kind of guy we're dealing with. So this is classic Richard Brautigan. It's a short poem. We do that on Reality Ranch. By the way, you never can tell what's going to happen on Reality Ranch, and that's what you're listening to, Bob Livingston's Reality Ranch. And who knows when we'll be back, but we're in reality today. And I have to say that no matter where you go, you're always in reality. It's true. It's the ebb of the flow, the thick of the thin reality. So kick back, relax, you're among friends in reality. We want you to know you're a part of the show in reality. So ladies and gentlemen, for your edification, it's Reality Ranch, our presentation. So Gary and I, we looked over at Richard Brautigan and we thought, God, you know, that guy's a famous, let's just see if we can go talk to him. So we bought a bottle of wine. We sat down next to him, whiled away the rest of the evening. We ended up writing this song about it. Jerry Jeff recorded it. And I recorded, Mike and the Moon Pies recorded it. Some other people, Gary Nunn recorded it, of course. But I had a chance on the new record, Up the Flatland Stairs, to do it. Don Richmond, he was the producer. He also plays everything. He has triple fiddles. He played triple fiddles on this. So we'll do it. It's a Texas swing number. It's a dance song. So get up, everybody. Let's dance. I got my irons in the fire down in Texas. Got me a toehold in Tennessee. I got my foot in the door of that California store. But I'm up to my ears in me. Don't be concerned if the song sounds familiar. Don't be concerned if it all seems the same. Just be concerned that your policies will kill you. And it's all just public domain. I took a bite of the Big Apple. Oh, yes, I dabbled in that forbidden fruit, you naughty boy, where they promised me points and they slipped me through the joints. But I've yet to see any loot from the fat cat in those high-heel Gucci shoes. Don't be concerned if the song sounds familiar. Don't be concerned if it all seems the same. Just be concerned that your politics are gonna kill you. And it's all just public domain. Let's play it, boys. Woohoo! Uno, dos. Well, I sang in that Red River Valley. I drank wine with the poets in Santa Fe. There he is, finally. I ran with those darlings in Santa Fe, like I ran from Snow White in L.A. I think I'd go and see what's shaking out in Bombay. Why? Because I've broken all my vows to Demolay. Don't be concerned if the song sounds familiar. Don't be concerned if it all seems the same. Just be concerned that your politics are gonna kill you. And it's all just public domain. And it makes sense to get into the rain. Into the rain. It's raining. It's raining. It's raining, 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 rain. It makes sense to get into the rain. Oh yeah. Amen, brothers. Amen. Makes sense to get into the rain. Well, if anybody does have any requests out there, just write it on the back of a $100 bill and put it in the tip jar right here on my front porch. I just went out there during that video and checked the tip jar and see if anybody had dropped. And, you know, what I've got to say is my wife, Iris, she has this Ming Dynasty vase, and she don't know this happened yet, but I took that vase and I put it on the front porch on a stool so you can see it and put a spotlight on it because we're working for tips. And so I thought, you know, some real folding money would be good if anybody wanted to do that. And I spray painted in flaming white letters the word tips on this Ming Dynasty vase. Cobalt blue, beautiful. She doesn't know it yet. But I just figured, you know, cause attention to it, flaming white letters, so people could see it when the sun's going down. And I went out there and checked it, and you would think that it was self-evident what this was for, right? With the word tips on it and everything. Well, tell that to the dyslexic that came in and spit in it, came out and spit in it. Tell that to him, is what I got to say. Cheap joke to remind you that this is going on. I'll just flash this one more time. We got PayPal. We got Venmo. We got Cash App. Oh yeah. So I was in Paris. It's quite a while ago, when this particular thing happened. But the movie Good Morning Vietnam had come out. With Robin Williams. I had some French friends. And I was playing some gigs. And this one woman, Ricky, she taught me this French speech. And basically, bonjour, je m'appelle Bob Livingston. Je suis venu de Austin, Texas, pour être là ce soir. Et j'ai laissé mon cheval et mon chapeau de cowboy chez moi. Mais j'ai apporté ma guitare pleine de chansons. And I was going on like that. Well, after the show, this one French girl came up to me and said, "Don't try to speak French, you sound like a robot." So that was my last time, and that was in Paris. So we went to see this movie. And it's the first time I'd ever heard Wonderful World. And it's just a perfect Earth Day song. And I actually recorded it on a record back in the early 80s. Let's see if I can do it. All right, let's see if I can. Sing along with me. Trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and for you. And I think to myself, What a wonderful world. I see skies of blue, clouds of white, the bright, blessed day and the dark, sacred night. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of the people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? What they're really saying is, I love you. I hear babies cry, I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Oh, I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of the people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? What they're really saying is, I love you. I hear babies cry, I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Oh, I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Wonderful World. Bob Thiel wrote that. Bob Thiel wrote that, folks. Now, I know you don't know who Bob Thiel is. I'm going to do another song of his that I just thought about because Bob Thiel wrote it. And this is one of my favorites. I tried to do it last week and I messed it all up. Probably messed it up this week, too. But I didn't even play last week. That's how messed up I was. Okay, we are... Oh, yeah, we're doing good. Okay. It's called... Let's see. Is a hit for Bobby Darin, and it was a song called La Mer. French song. You know, and this guy, Bob Thiel, loved the music and took the general idea of the song and he wrote Beyond the Sea. Got to protect our oceans. Iris and I went on a cruise, and we were taking a walk one night, and ships were passing in the night. You could see the shipping lanes, and you see a ship way out over there, and 10 miles away another one. You could see it perfect. And we were looking at the water, and the wind was blowing, and noticed something down below kind of floating, and looked at it, and what is that? And here was another one, something floating, and looked, and it was a bag. It was a garbage bag. There was hundreds of garbage bags, and we looked over the side of the ship where we could see the big port that they bring all the food and all this stuff, but they were also throwing out the garbage one after another, after another, after another. And it dawned on me that every ship out there was doing this every day, every single day. That's what we need to clean up. Somebody needs to invent that plastic eater. I heard that it was there. Is it working? Is that plastic eater working? Are we okay? Everything's good? Yeah. All right. I'll try to do it. Beyond the sea, somewhere watching for me. I think that's just a little low for me, and I'm gonna bring it up just one because I can. It'll sound better. Somewhere beyond the sea. Oh yeah, well if I'm gonna do that, yeah, I did it. Somewhere beyond the sea, somewhere watching for me. If I could fly like birds on high, never again I'd go sailing. Somewhere beyond the sea, she's there watching for me. If I could fly like birds on high, then straight to her arms I go sailing. She's there beyond the star, she's near beyond the moon. And I know beyond a doubt, my heart will lead me there soon, and we'll meet beyond the shore. We'll kiss just as before. How happy we'll be beyond the sea. And never again I go sailing. Especially if they're throwing those garbage bags out. Maybe we should be sailing around in the Gulf. You know that Nueces River, doesn't it empty into the Gulf, Karen? Maybe we can put in that song, have an amendment. For those cruise ships, stop throwing them bags out. Get those little yellow bags. Take them home with them. My heart will lead me there soon, and we'll meet beyond the shore. We'll kiss just as before. How happy we'll be beyond the sea, and never again we'll go sailing. What do you mean never? Let's go sailing. We're gonna clean up the beach. We're gonna clean up the shipping lanes and go sailing. Always sailing. Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. That just kind of came up out of it. Let's go on back to the office just for a moment. We'll check in with you, see if we're doing okay, make sure we're not. Okay, sounds good. Everything is going good. Mark Nunn is out there. Charlene France. Thank you, Charlene, for coming. Okay, Richard Sutton, you got my goat. I already did it, Richard. Carol Boyd. Carol Boyd. Now, Carol, are you the Carol that I know from the Smithsonian Institution? Wow. I love to see the little images, you know, the hearts and the minds and all the little intestine, the different things floating up there. Cosmic Cool, all right. Nice video. Sandy, thank you so much. Thanks so much for coming. Well, we're doing all right. We're hanging in there. Okay, we'll go back, do a couple more songs for you. We're almost done. All right. I've got to do this one because this is about the earth and what would happen. This is a song I wrote with a guy named Reed Barksdale Wood from India. And we wrote this, and it was on a record that I did. I can't remember if it's, let me see if it's on this record. I got a couple more that I could show you. This is called Gypsy Alibi. This won the Album of the Year at the Texas Music Awards, and this is one that's really worth a lot of money because they said, Bob, you can't do another record unless you sell all these, and so this is the only one left, so it's $100, and but you know, supply and demand. And this one here was a cool one. Let's see if I did this. I don't think I did it on this one either, but I'm going to do this song. This is called Mahatma Gandhi and Sitting Bull. And I've got even a kid's record, Open the Window. This is what would happen if we're not careful. Let me see if I can read it. Get a little closer. Oh, yeah. Turn back the hands of time, back to those fields of stone. We're a planet third of nine. Some say it was our home. See that pale ball of fire? It used to burn so bright. Long ago it expired. Was a life-giving light. Turn back the hands of time. Green and blue earth did spin. It must have been so fine. Could we see it all again? Thin air was given free. They did not have to make what was a flower, tree, or a book, cloud, or a lake. Babies were really born. People knew how to cry. There was laughter, there was scorn. Can you understand why? When worlds collide, when worlds collide, let's see, I've got to get it right, don't I? This is it. It. This is important. when worlds collide. They make no sound when no one is there to hear. We're not in the dark, we've seen it before. Where there is light, there is no fear. How strange it all appears in this universe now. People smiled and they had tears, but we do not know how. So different they were then, how marvelous it seems if we could see them again. Would they really have dreams? What is the word for dance? What does it mean to sing? What do artists enhance? What is a wedding ring? What huge beast was ocean that could so loudly roar? War is a weird notion we've never seen before. When worlds collide, they make no sound. No one is there to hear. All is a silence, we've heard it before. And where there is light, there is no fear. Oh, turn back the hands of time to a world that is gone. No traces can we find, new faces greet the dawn. Was it but moments ago when voices still could speak? If we could turn back the flow, would we know just what we seek? Old one. How we doing up there, folks? Well, we just got a little bit more time. I'm just going to go ahead and close it out here. Thanks for showing up for the birthday. Oh yeah, we'll do this song and get on out of here. Thanks a lot. It's called When the Beat Was Young. It's kind of a rocking song. Ancient man beating on sticks and rocks, sending out a rhythm knit around the clock, Lord. Beat takes over, busting loose, trying to hold back just wasn't no use. All the cats around feeling they got stung. back in history when the beat was young. Big Chief says to sing and dance, smoke peace pipe and make romance. Beat takes over, things get to jumping, that's for sure. Snatching something from the jaws of nothing, whatever that means. Kicking evolution up another run. Way back in history when the beat was young, yeah. And when the beat is young, you have everything under the sun. When the beat is young, well, all come together as one. When the beat is young. Now the beat is spread all around the world, and it beats in the heart of every boy and girl. Kicking round a beat can be really fun. Let's kick it now. And the beat can make you work when there's work to be done. Even today when certain songs are sung, we all thank God Almighty that the beat is young, yeah. And when the beat is young, you have everything under the sun. When the beat is young, well, all come together as one. Right here in Austin, Texas on Earth Day, April 22nd, 2021. Thank you for showing up. Get those cards and letters coming in. I hope I see you at a live show coming up. These live streams kind of getting on my nerves, but I probably will keep doing them no matter what, because that's what I think about it, and that's what I deserve. Beat is young. The beat is young. The beat is young. The beat is young. Oh yeah, thanks a lot, folks. Thanks for coming out. I'm going to go one more time over here and just say, just make sure that everything is good. Everything is good. It looks good to me. Thank you for showing up. Thanks for coming out. I don't know what to say except that. Greg Miller says, I got to drop by. Beverly Taylor, hi, cuz. Hey, Beverly, how you doing? I'm so glad to see you out there. Carol Pearson Algren, great tunes, Bob, as always. Thank you, Carol. And Carol's a patron of my son, Tucker Livingston. If you have a chance to hear Tucker sometime, go to his Facebook page, Tucker Livingston. He is a really great songwriter. Watt, Leslie Black, love that. Hey, Les, good to see you. Les works at SMU. He's a professor at SMU, works there. And he makes up songs too, and a pretty good Strat player. And I've had a lot of fun with him. Faux show. Okay, let's see. We're going to, there's two different Facebooks going on here, and so I got to make sure that everything is sounding good. Okay, we got I would love to see the hearts and the likes and all that cool stuff. Dennis Sullivan, thanks a lot. Mark Nunn for showing up. Ella Day Flowers, such a beautiful song. Thanks, Bob. I don't know which one you were talking about, but I hope you're there. Charlene France, write a million different. Mark Nunn, everybody's writing. Thanks a lot. Mike Luster sounds good. Susan Herndon, you got my goat. I don't know if she's still there or if she heard it, but tune in. I don't know exactly if I'm going to do it next week or not. We're getting ready to do some things, and thank you so much. I'll be back soon, and we'll just go ahead and sing this. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream water. This land was made for you and me. While I was strolling that ribbon of highway, I saw above me the endless skyway. I saw below me that golden valley, and said, this land was made for you and me. Everybody sing it. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters. Oh, this land was made for you and me. Oh, that's right. Thank you very much for coming out. It's great to see you. I'm going to just sit down and go for the rest of the show, just kind of from this prone position. Thanks a lot. See you soon. Whenever it gets to this point, I usually just go ahead and say, all right, it would just really be nice if we had some dueling accordions, wouldn't it? Take it away. I wanna know if you'll be mine. One more time. Hey, hey, baby. I wanna know if you'll be my girl. If you'll be my girl. If you'll be my girl. If you'll be my girl.
Woo! The biggest applause.
I've ever played an accordion. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. And I roamed and I rambled, and I followed my footsteps to the sparkling sands of a diamond deserts. And all around me, a voice came sounding. It said, this land was made for you and me. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. Woo. No matter where you go, you're always in reality. It's ever the flow, the thick of the thin reality. So kick back, relax, you're among friends in reality. I want you to know you're part of the show in reality. So ladies and gentlemen, for your edification, it's Reality Ranch. I presentate.
Hey friends, I got something to say about a little yellow bag that takes a litter away. Grab a free yellow bag, cause it's up to you and to me. From the headwater streams to the coastal waters, use a yellow bag, do what you oughter. Cause a clean beach, a clean beach is in your hands. Yeah, use a yellow bag, it's up to you. This message is from the Coastal Bend Bays and Estuaries Program and the Nueces River Authority.